Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday, October 2nd. As many of you know, my name is Charles Miller. I am the superintendent or the vice president of schools across all Camino schools. I, along with the members of the leadership team at CNCA Cisneros, Sandra Cisneros, we will be sending out a weekly update about our progress. I'll be serving as the interim principal during this sudden transition of our recent principal here at Sandra Cisneros. And the reason for these weekly updates is to make sure that we are providing frequent and transparent updates about how we're moving forward as a school. We hope to be able to provide celebrations, areas of growth, the good, the bad, the ugly, with everything that's going on in terms of this transition. Because, a principal suddenly transitioning in the middle of the year can be concerning, right? Can up a lot of emotions. And our goal is to provide constant and consistent updates around how are we doing, what are we doing to make sure that we're continuing the progress of our school, and that's the purpose of these videos. And so today and throughout every week, we're going to be sharing updates, especially on these four areas that our goal and the plan that we have created is that these four areas should not waver even in the slightest. Students, families, and teachers should actually feel no difference during this transition. Now, us as a leadership team, yes, we will be taking on more, we will be carrying more, but that's the responsibility that we are prepared to do so that these four areas of school safety, the quality of instruction, academic progress of your child, and school culture do not waver in the least. To be able to do that, we've increased the supports at Sandra Cisneros. So we have our leadership team here that has done amazing work since August 8th and will continue to do that amazing work. Ms. Heisha Maldonado is on top of and owning all the operations of the school to make sure that things are running smoothly. Ms. Daisy Aguirre, who you all know very well, is leading our families and mainly the communication with families as we move forward. Ms. Ali Franco is ensuring the quality of instruction and that all of our teacher support and development continues forward. And Mr. Soto is overseeing our school culture and our student culture to make sure that this school is a safe, positive, and vibrant place for our students. Now, with the sudden transition of our principal, we've made sure that there's additional supports. This is the senior leadership team here. And so these are the folks that lead all six schools. We have prioritized our time to be at Cisneros over the next few weeks. So even our chief executive officer and our chief academic officer have been at Cisneros multiple days this past week. Some of you even received direct phone calls of just updates from the day from them. So this is pretty unprecedented that our chief executive officer, our CEO, is directly at a school in classrooms, supporting students with behavior plans, all kinds of things. But that's what we need to do right now as we settle this transition. And so you'll see many of these faces: Adriana Abich, our CEO, Jessica Cuellar, the Vice President of Student Family Supports, Margaret Domingo, the Vice President of Human Resources, Rachel Hazelhorst, the Chief Academic Officer, and Natasha Barriga Sieberstein, the Vice President of Strategy and Operations, and myself, the Superintendent. We are at the schools on a daily basis, and we'll be in contact here and there, just as another member of the leadership team. And all of this in an effort to demonstrate that we are all hands on deck to make sure that the quality and the progress of the school continues forward in the momentum we've seen so far. Another area of focus is to make sure that family communication is transparent, frequent, and open. And so we are keeping a close eye on our ability to respond back to any concerns, questions that come up through the office. And so what you see here is we are closely tracking the data around any concerns that come into the office, that we're following up and addressing these concerns as quickly as possible. So just within the past week, you'll see any concerns that were brought to the office. 60% so far have been addressed. About 10% we're still waiting to hear back because we've left voicemails. And then this today and tomorrow, we have about 30% that we're still looking to address as quickly as possible. And so we're going to continue to share this information transparently because we're doing everything we can and working around the clock to make sure that we are continuing the work of the school, but also continuing to have open, transparent communication with you all. As concerns arise, I want to review the best way to have concerns or questions answered. Right. And so, for example, you'll see here that situation, right? Here's some situations that may arise. Who's the best person to go to in the best way? So you might be like wondering or have some concerns about your child's progress. How are they doing in reading? How are they doing in math? How are they doing in school and class? Best person to reach out to is directly your teacher through Parent Square. We have the privilege of being able to directly contact our teachers through Parent Square. Do that. They're the person with the closest knowledge and the most intimate knowledge about your child. You might have a concern about something that happened during the day, right? Sometimes our children come home, they share, you know what, this happened, or this happened with another student. Reach directly out to your teacher through Parent Square. They're going to be the person that can most quickly and most in most detailed fashion reply and respond to that situation. Now, if you hit the moment where the concern was not addressed by your teacher, you've been in conversations with them, it has not been addressed, or you have not heard back from the teacher, we recommend reaching out directly to the office to let us know what that concern was and the steps that you took to try to address with teachers so that we can then, as a leadership team, jump into support. Lastly, we would deeply appreciate and we're so grateful for all of you that are interested in volunteering. We need all the support we can get. It takes a village. If you'd like to volunteer, reach out directly to Miss Daisy through Parent Square. Okay. Now, a few celebrations to close out. On Friday, we had our Student of the Month assembly with our middle school students. We were able to secure some donations that you can see here in the picture of some really high quality headphones. Our students didn't know, but all of our Student of the Month student participants that earned this award nominated by teachers got to go home with these complimentary headphones. And so you see here some of our students who are nominated by teachers. It was a celebratory event celebrating their hard work, their growth, and their effort this past month. And every month we'll be recognizing these students who did some celebrations. We're seeing an incredible growth here in our middle school and across our school this year. And we'll continue to do everything we can to keep the momentum going here at Sandra Cisneros. Thank you all for your time and for watching today. We look forward to continuing the progress and we'll provide an update every week about how we're moving forward at Sandra Cisneros. Have a great week, everyone. Si se puede and in la cash.